Well, the festive season is almost upon us. Here at the Ads On Craft Room, we are going to do some cheese boards. We already have prepared this one, and when you purchase vinyl from Ads On, you can obtain this file. The one we're going to do today is from the vinyl auto blade kit. So we have two auto blade kits for vinyl. We have just the auto blade kit and we have the Disney one. With the Disney one you do get this one as well. So it has two in it, and this one is just the ordinary auto blade. So inside you will find these activation codes. So you go onto Canvas Workspace, pop in your code, then you will have access to the patterns. So the one we are going to do today is a Christmas one. So inside the box you will find a sheet with all the patterns on it. So we're going to do this one here, which is some Christmas baubles or decorations, and we're going to do it down this long board here. Now we have some other items here that you will require. Right? So of course you'll need your vinyl. So we're using the lovely red on here on this tray. You will need some isocol. You will need a cleaning cloth, and of course when you're putting things onto a board where you're going to add food, it needs to be treated. Right? So you will need to have this bench top clear food safe, what would we call it, like a varnish over the top, and of course a brush. So first of all we are going to clean our board. We already have prepared this one, so we need to put our isocol on our board because the boards do have an oil in them. So we do need to clean all this off first, and you will find you'll get a lot of the oil and residue come off onto the paper. It's just a paper towel that we're using, or you could use a cloth. I'm just using paper towel for this exercise. Otherwise your vinyl is not going to adhere to the board. Okay, so you let that dry. The next step would be to give it a light sand. Right, once this is all dry, give it a light sand and then a coating of the bench top clear. I'm using the satin. There is a gloss available if you want it shiny, but I use the satin on here. Okay, so give it a coat of that, so then your vinyl will adhere to your board. We also need our squeegee and we need our transfer. So we have imported the design from Canvas Workspace. We have our lovely red adhesive vinyl onto our 24-inch mat, and we are now ready to cut. Right, so we've just finished weeding our pattern. Now I'm putting it down on the tray here and measuring. I've put some blue tape and then I've measured from there to there, so I've got it centered, and I've measured at the side. So when I cut my tape, I've got something to line up to. So we'll cut our transfer tape. measure how long we need it to here. This is always the fiddly, trickiest bit, particularly with large designs. So when you do this, make sure you don't have a very high sticky transfer tape. This is a light strength, otherwise you will be in all sorts of trouble with it. So we've done that with our squidgy. Now, using our markings that we have here, remembering we already have prepped our board, our painter's tape. And then we'll remove our transfer tape. Just give it a little rub down. Now I usually put the squidgy down like this as I pull it up. Just helps if you've got any little bits that might want to still stick to your tape. Okay, then we roller that with a brayer. Brayer is really good to roller that down with. And then this is where we now apply our varnish. Okay, remember it must be that food grade varnish. It is available from Bunnings and comes in the satin or the gloss, but we're going to use the satin. Okay, and you can just put one coat or two coats. So your first coat must dry for 2 hours before you put your second coat on. So there we have our celebration cheese board.